All right, so now we need to be able to solve a triangle using the law of sines. So the law of sines I've written out here. It's a over sine A equals b over sine B equals c over sine C, etc. Okay? You can also write it out as sine A over A equals little a, sine angle B over side B, and then sine angle C over C. Now, here I have to still find B and A and C. Now, law of sines only works if you have a pair. You must have a side and an angle pair. Fortunately, I know that the sum of all the angles equals 180. So if I add them all up, I'd get 180. So I can go 180 minus 102 minus 47 equals 31. So I know that this is 31. Now, if I didn't have this pair, law of sines would not work. I want you to realize this because you must have a pair. Otherwise, you can't use law of sines. There are times when you cannot use law of sines. But in this case, we're trying to use law of sines, and so it works. And once you realize law of cosines, which is the next video, law of cosines would not work here because you need to have at least two sides with a matching angle. Okay, so I can't have side angle. Well, I could, I guess. But you need two sides and an angle. Here, I only have one side, so law of cosines would not work. All right, so solving this problem, I'm going to say sine, well, nope. I want to put sides on top. B over sine B equals, and then I'm going to try and find A. A over sine A. Now, all I have to do is multiply by this, and so A equals B over sine B times sine A. Now I'm ready to plug this in to my calculator. So, B is 18. 8. Oof. Problem when the calculator is not balanced. 18 over sine, and then B is 31. Again, make sure you are in degrees, not radians. Close parentheses, times sine, and then A is 102. Close parentheses, equals 34.19. So this gives me 34.19. Now I do the same thing with C. Now, even though I know this, I've made a rounding error here. So I try very hard not to use the ones that I am not 100% sure on. So that's my A, but because it's been rounded, I will not use A in calculating C because that makes my problem bigger. So B over sine B, capital B, equals C over sine C. Okay, so I know that little c will equal B over sine B times sine C. So 18 times sine 31, over sine 31, divide by sine 31, times sine 47. So 25.56. So C equals 25.56. So this is how we found A, and this is how we found C. And that's how you solve the triangle using the law of sines.